Hi, it's Lesley Fightmaster, and welcome to day 19. So, yesterday we had a kind of a strengthening class, and today's class will be a little more flexibility in the shoulders, but we will add some abs. So, sitting up nice and tall, shins are crossed, we'll bring the hands together in front of the heart and set our intention. All intentions are always welcome. And carrying that intention with us. So I have a block, and I'm going to put the block right at the bottom tips of my shoulder blades. So if you happen to be a woman, that is right about where your bra strap goes across. If you don't have a block, you can use a towel rolled up or a blanket rolled up. And I just had one block, so my head is on the floor. Ideally, I probably would have liked to have a little blanket underneath my head. And then the knees can be straight, or you can extend the legs out, or soles of feet together and knees apart. So with the block at the bottom tips of the shoulder blades, it's just a way to help open up the upper back for us. So the upper back, or the thoracic spine, it usually doesn't go in this direction, but it's good for it too. So we kind of take that space in the upper back, and instead of letting it round, we kind of flatten it out. And that's what the block does for us. It helps to foster that movement, and the block helps to widen across our collarbones as well. So it's a little baby back bend in the upper back. We'll just be here for a little bit longer, so settle in, breathing. Inhale your arms overhead, bend your elbows, hold on to the opposite elbows, and allow your arms to just hang down next to your ears. A nice ujjayi breathing in and out through your nose. Reach your arms out again, excuse me, and then switch the cross so the other forearm's on top and you're holding the opposite elbows. And this just helps to really stretch out the shoulders as well as the upper back. Just another breath or two. If at any time it gets too intense, you can just come off your block and can take your arms by your sides, take care of yourself. So bring your hands next to your hips so you can sit right up, and then move the block out of the way. And sitting back in Sukhasana, inhale the arms reaching up. Ground down through your sit bones, and then exhale, take your arms out to the sides and flex your wrists. So your fingertips are reaching up toward the ceiling. Imagine you could touch your fingertips to your forearm. You're flexing the wrists so much. And then keep stretching out through the arms. Lift your chest a little bit, but let your shoulder blades draw down toward the waist. Pull in your ribs and your belly. And the arms are really working here. You may start to feel the little fatigue in the arms. And then inhale, face your palms up, stretch the arms up, and exhale, release them down. Switch the cross of your legs, other shin in front, and then inhale again, circle the arms out, around, and up. And then as you exhale, take them halfway down, palms face down. Now, you're going to try and reach your fingertips toward your wrists. So we are extending the wrists. So the fingertips are reaching down toward the floor, and then see if you can even reach them a little bit more toward your forearm. Keep the arms extended out, shoulder height, and breathe here. So again, these arms are going to start to get pretty fatigued. Just do the best that you can with it. It's not too much longer. You can totally make it. Something so simple like extending the arms and holding up the arms all of a sudden becomes challenging. And then palms face up, inhale, reaching up. Exhale, release the arms. Well, that warmed me right up. I'm going to take off my jacket. Now roll your shoulders back. Just take a few rolls back and back. And then forward, and roll them forward and forward. And then crossing at the shins, move forward onto the hands and knees. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips, and then peel your right palm off the floor and set it down. Peel the left palm up and let it set down. Right palm up and set it down. And peel the left palm up, press the base of the fingers onto the floor and set it down. Now do both at the same time. It might be a little challenging. Set it down, press the base of the fingers down, lift the palms up and press them down. And again up and press them down. Now walk your hands forward about a handprint. Spin the outer upper arms back. Your inner elbows face the front of the mat, but keep pressing weight into the base, into the thumb and first finger side of your hand. Try to keep the inner elbows facing the front of the mat for as long as you can. They won't, but for as long as you can, as you slowly make your way into downward dog. So now the inner elbows will face each other, but you're still spinning the triceps back and the biceps forward. Bend one knee and the other, bicycle your legs here. And then stretch back. Now again, we're going to peel the right palm up, pressing into the base of the fingers, and set it down. Left palm up, peel it up, and set it down. So we're strengthening the wrists. Right palm off the floor, set it down. Left palm lifts off the floor, and set it down. And now both up and down. That should be kind of challenging. Both up and down. If you can't do it yet, no worries. Press up, lift up, and press down. Inhale to plank pose. Knees can be up or down as always. Shift forward and lower to your belly. Inhale for cobra. Peel the chest up. Fingertips are right by the ribs. And then lower down. Interlace your fingers at your low back. Inhale to lift up. Shalabhasana. The feet on the floor. Press all your toes down, even your little baby pinky toes. Keep the back of your neck long. And release. Come on down for a moment. And then re-interlace with the other pinky on top. And inhale, peel the chest up again. Reach your knuckles towards your heels. Keep the back of your neck long so your inner thighs are spinning up toward the ceiling as you press all the toes down. Good, release. Hands by the rib cage. Inhale, up dog. Shoulders over wrists. And exhale, make your way back to down dog. Arms and ears in line. Draw the ribs and belly in as you stretch back. So try to lengthen through the spine as much as you can in your down dogs. And look up. Step or hop the feet forward. Inhale to lengthen and exhale to fold. Inhale to rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart. So we'll take Surya Namaskar at A. Hands at heart center. Press evenly through the feet. Press your thighs back. Lift your chest. Draw your shoulder blades down toward the waist and the chin level with the floor. As you inhale, circle your arms up. On the exhale, fold forward. Inhale, coming halfway up. And then exhale, fold in again. Shift the weight slightly forward. Inhale, press down, reaching all the way up. And exhale the hands to your heart. Again, inhale, reaching up. Exhale, folding in. Inhale, come halfway up, lengthen the spine. Exhale, folding in. Knees bend a little if you need to. Inhale, pressing down to rise all the way up and look up. Exhale, hands to the heart. And then once again, inhale, arms reach. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, come halfway up. And exhale, adding on, step back to plank. And lower down. Shoulders no lower than elbows, but knees can be down. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale to down dog. Breathing here, try and keep your inhales and exhales equal. Look to the hands, step or jump the feet. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale to fold. And press down, inhale, reach all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart, Samastiti. Inhale again, sweep the arms up. Exhale and fold in. And inhale, come halfway up. And exhale, chaturanga, step or float back. So if you jump back, make sure to land with bent elbows. Inhale, pressing up. Exhale, down dog. Keep the belly and ribs drawing in and up. Firm the leg muscles. Reach your heels toward the floor. They never have to touch. Look up, step or jump the feet. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale to fold. Inhale, reach all the way up, look up. Exhale, hands to heart. Again, inhale, circle your arms up. Exhale, folding in. Inhale, come halfway up. And exhale, step or float back, chaturanga. Inhaling, press through your hands and feet. Exhale, back to down dog. So your heels should be right behind your second toes. So when you look back, you don't see your heels because your feet are parallel. And float the right leg up on the inhale. And exhale, step it up. Spin the back heel flat. Warrior two. Line up your front heel with your back arch. Make sure your right knee is over the ankle. Gazing over the fingertips. Arms to a T like they were in the beginning. Dropping the front hip down. Now we'll straighten the front leg. Legs stay wide today. Shift your hips back, reaching forward. Right hand down, left arm up. So sometimes I tell you, you can keep the legs wide or walk them in. Try legs wide today, especially if you haven't already. If you already know you don't like it, you can always walk the feet in. Inhale, back up, warrior two. And exhale, step back through chaturanga. Inhale, stretch open the front of your body. Nice long breath. Exhale, down dog. Left leg up, inhale. And exhale, step it between the hands in the middle. Spin the back heel flat. Line up heel to arch, warrior two. Make sure you're all lined up there. Gaze over the fingertips. Drop the front hip down. Lift the frontal hip bones up. Back thighs pressing straight back. And we'll straighten the leg, keeping the legs nice and long. Shift the hips back, lean as far forward as you can. Your left hand down and the right arm up. So the left hand can be on your shin or your foot, maybe the floor. Looking up toward the right fingertips, if that's okay, on your neck. And inhale, come back to warrior two, bend the knee, exhale, and take your vinyasa. Or you could always skip it and go right into down dog. Again, stretching back, lengthening out the spine. So downward dog becomes a resting pose. Look up, step or hop the feet. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, press down, rise up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, bend the knees. Utkatasana, chair pose as you reach up. Exhale, folding in, hips over heels. Inhale, come halfway up. And exhale, step or float, chaturanga. Shoulders no lower than elbows, but knees can be down. Inhale, open the front of the body, roll the shoulder heads back. Exhale, lift the hips, down dog. Right leg lifts up on the inhale. Exhale, step it through and take your left knee to the floor. So into a low lunge, but left hand will stay down, and inhale the right arm up and twist. As you twist, try to drop your right hip down and pull it back. Try to lift your left hip up. So you're twisting from above the waist. And then arms in the same position, come on up, arms to a T. You could stay with the back knee down or tuck the toes and lift the back knee off the floor. Stretch through both fingertips so you're really reaching the arms. Then lean forward. Take your left forearm onto your right thigh. Press your palms together for a prayer twist. Steady breathing. You can always keep the back knee down, that's no problem. And then release it, hands to the mat, chaturanga. Inhale to press up. Exhale back. Left leg floats up, inhale. And exhale, step it between the hands to the right knee comes down. And then come on up into your low lunge, but first keep your right fingertips down and lift your left arm up and twist. Make sure your left knee's over the ankle and try to pull that left hip back and drop it down as your right hip lifts up. Releasing that, but keep the arms toward just as they were as you come up. Knee can be back knee up or down. So if you're lifting the back knee, make sure you squeeze your outer hips and inner thighs. Reach through your fingertips, widen across your collarbones. Then lean your whole torso forward, hooking the right arm across and pressing your palms together. Try and roll that top shoulder back so your shoulder blades move in toward each other and your collarbones will widen. And release that through chaturanga. Inhale, pressing up, and exhale back to down dog. Look forward and step or float your feet. Bend the knees, chair pose, drop the hips, and then hands to heart. Lean forward, hook your right arm across, and then look at your knees. If your right knee's ahead of the left knee, pull your right hip back. Sink your weight back into the heels, drop the hips, and then fold into the middle. Crown of your head reaching down. Rebend the knees into Utkatasana. Bring the hands to the heart. Lean over so your left forearm comes across. Pressing your palms right in toward your chest. And try and roll your top shoulder back. Keep dropping the tailbone. And then back to center fold in. Inhale, come halfway up and step or float back. Inhale to press, hands and feet. Exhale, back to down dog. So step the right foot up. Walk your back foot in about half a foot to get flat. Line up front heel and back heel. And then inhale to come up. Take your arms to a T. Then bend your elbows, either pressing the fists together or the palms. Then square up hips and shoulders to the front of the mat. Lengthen as you inhale. Exhale to come forward. You stop halfway down, pull your right hip back again. Lift the tips of the shoulders and then go further forward if you like. Imagine there's a yoga block that you're squeezing between your inner thighs. You're reaching the crown of the head toward your foot and press weight into the base of the big toe of the right foot. Inhale, come on back up. Release that. Now, right hand to low back, left arm up. Inhale, get really tall. Exhale, bring your left hand down inside or outside of the foot or to your shin or to your block. Pull your right hip back and then start to twist. Turn the rib cage, turn the chest, and then add the right arm reaching up. Try to reach the crown of your head forward as you pull your right hip back. Keep pressing into the base of the big toe of your right foot. So remember, the twists are from the waist up. Coming back to center, bend the front knee and step back through chaturanga. Inhale to press up and exhale back, down dog. And we'll step the left foot up, back foot flat, walk it in about a foot. Heel to heel alignment. Bring your hands to your hips so those back toes are facing the front right corner of the mat, so you can square up the hips and shoulders to the front. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, bend the elbows, pressing the fists or the palms. Lengthen one more time. Inhale, roll the shoulder heads back. Exhale, come halfway down. And then pull your left hip back again. Make sure those hips stay level. Inhale, lengthen, either stay or exhale further forward. And the crown of the head reaching down toward the foot. We try to lift the tips of the shoulders even as we come forward so that we can keep our spine nice and long and keep that upper back from rounding. Good. Inhale to come back through center, and then left hand to low back, reach up through your right arm on the inhale. Exhale your right hand down inside or outside of the foot or to the shin. That's fine too. Pull your left hip back, hips level, and then start to twist. Again, turning your rib cage and your chest, and then stretch up through the left fingertips. Making sure my hips are level, so you can do that too. You can take your hand to your lower back and just kind of windshield wipe across the hips. And looking back down, we'll tuck the toes, make your way either down dog to stay or lower through chaturanga. Inhaling up and exhale back. Look forward, bend the knees, step or float your feet. Inhale to lengthen and exhale to fold. Bend the knees, chair pose, Utkatasana, reach up, and hands to heart center for Samastitihi. Take a quarter turn either direction and take your feet parallel. Reach your right arm straight up, bending your right elbow. Take it towards your upper back. Left arm out, thumb down, swing it behind your back. Hold on to your shirt or hold on to your hands, or if you have a strap, you could use that. Make sure your outer edges of the feet are parallel. Inhale to open the chest, and exhale to come forward any amount. So my right elbow is touching the floor. Doesn't have to, just happens to be there today. And yours can be higher. Now I took mine off the floor so that I could widen through my collarbones some more. You could also hold onto your shirt if you can't reach hands. And keep rolling your left shoulder toward the front side of your mat, I guess we could call it. Left arm up, bend the elbow, palm touching the upper back, right arm out, thumb down, take it behind. So see how I rolled my left shoulder back, right arm is straight up, spinning the tricep in. We want to keep that as you exhale and hinge forward from the hips. So So your right shoulder is still rolling forward, widening the collarbones. Left elbow may or may not be on the floor, but firm your leg muscles. Pull up on the kneecaps. Firm the legs all the way up into the hips. Inhale to come up. And exhale, release. Step your feet together and come back to the front. Back to Samastitihi. Inhale, bend the knees again. Utkatasana, chair. Exhale and fold in. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, step or float back into Chaturanga. Inhale, pressing up, nice long spine, long front of the body. Exhale, down dog. Right leg floats up on the inhale. And exhale, take it forward, take your left knee to the floor. Pull your right hip back. Pull it back. Make sure your knee stays over your ankle. Reach the arms up, spin the triceps forward, pull the ribs in. And exhale, we'll interlace the fingers behind the back, opening the chest, but dropping the chin just slightly. So we're getting that back bend toward the upper back instead of so much in the low back. So you can look up a little bit, but just don't throw the head back. Reach the arms up. And then right forearm to right thigh. Reach back for your left foot with your left hand. If that works, you can draw that foot forward. Otherwise, you can stay in the low lunge and you don't have to pick up the back foot. Picking up the back foot really stretches out the front of the thigh. So we'll release that and inhale to straighten your right leg and fold over it on the exhale. Pull the right hip back and send the left hip forward. And then tuck the back toes, Chaturanga. Inhaling up. Exhale back. Left leg floats up on the inhale. And then exhale, step it up. Take your right knee to the floor. Pull your left hip back, let it drop down, sink your hips forward, add your arms, but try to keep your front ribs absorbed into the front of your body and your back ribs lifting. Release the hands behind the back, interlace other pinky on top, and start to open the chest as you bring your shoulder blades a little closer toward each other. Drop the chin down just slightly. And arms up on the inhale, exhale, and then left forearm to left thigh, reaching for the right foot and drawing it forward any amount. Keep squaring up the hips and shoulders toward the front of the mat. And if it's too much to hold the right foot, just leave it. Tuck the toes and oh no, don't tuck the toes. Straighten your left leg first and fold over it for half Hanumanasana, half splits. Pull the left hip back as you take your forward fold. Then rebend it, tuck the back toes now, and Chaturanga. Inhaling up. Exhale back. Step or hop and sit. And lie down for bridge pose. Feet hips width apart. Make sure the outer edges of your feet stay parallel. And then arms by your sides, lift up into bridge, low back, mid back, maybe the upper back. Spiral your thighs in toward each other and keep your chin away from your chest so your neck's long. And lower down. Either bridge again or wheel pose. Come onto the crown of the head, line up your wrists right under your elbows and stretch up. Make sure your feet still stay parallel. They want to turn out. Don't let them. Arms and ears in line here. And stretching tailbone to backs of knees and chest toward the wall. To come out, chin to chest, come on down. Soles of feet together, knees apart. Take a moment just to revisit the intention that you set for your practice today. Or maybe think of somebody that you just want to send nice energy to. Send it out. Last one, arms by your sides or up by the ears. And crown of the head if you're going all the way up, straightening the arms, stretching out. Getting some nice open heart energy. Spiral your thighs in toward each other. Continue breathing into the chest. And then chin into chest to lower down. And then this time draw your knees into your chest. Just gently rock yourself side to side and then front to back, and we'll sit right up. I'm going to take my right hip up against the wall, and then as I swing back or lean back, I can swing my legs up the wall. This is called Vinyasa. Such a comfy pose. So that's the whole thing. If your hips don't touch the wall, it's fine. You keep your hips away from the wall as your hamstrings stretch out. Then you can stay with that, or bend the knees and lift your hips up off the floor and roll your shoulders under. So toward a shoulder stand. Keep the chin away from the chest. If you have neck issues or high blood pressure, glaucoma, ladies vacation, don't go upside down. You can keep the knees bent or extend them out so it's closer to shoulder stand, or you could take the legs all the way from the wall for a complete shoulder stand. Elbows no wider than shoulders, and press into the upper arm as you lift your shoulder blades up away from the floor. Feet back to the wall, straight legs if that's the way you came through. You can just keep the feet there, or you can continue a little longer with your feet away from the wall. I was unfortunately in a car accident a couple of months ago, so my shoulder stands and headstands aren't as long as they used to be. I got hit from behind. So left foot down to the floor and lift it up, and then we'll take the right foot down toward the floor. And lift it up. Left foot, right foot into plow pose. Lift the torso, reach the hips up, and then slowly start to roll yourself out back to the wall with your feet up the wall. Back to Vinyasa, legs up the wall pose. And then take your right ankle above your left knee, flex your right ankle, start to slide your left foot down the wall. Now, we want to try to keep the hips grounded down. So if your hips start to pop up off the wall, then you've gone too far. So ground them back down. And then we're just going to take both legs over to the left and turn to look over the right shoulder for a twist. And back to center. Legs up the wall. Left ankle above right knee. Flex the left ankle. Slide the right foot down any amount. And keep that low back lengthening, the tailbone down. And I'm pressing my left knee a little bit toward the wall. So my knee and my ankle are in the same line. And that just gives me a deeper stretch in the hip. And then exhale both knees off to the right, looking left. And then bearing the legs to center, all the way up. Now I find this pose to be very comforting, very comfortable. So I'm going to keep my legs up the wall, and I covered myself up because it was pretty chilly. If you're not so comfortable with your legs up the wall, then just bend your knees and roll yourself off to one side and come into a regular Shavasana. Otherwise, arms are out to the sides with your palms facing up to receive, and allow yourself to relax. As you're resting here a little bit longer, our quote comes from a book that I really enjoy. I haven't read it in a while, but it's called The Tao of Pooh, as in Winnie the Pooh, by Benjamin Hoff. The quote says, "The main problem with this great obsession for saving time is very simple. You can't save time. You can only spend it, but you can spend it wisely or foolishly." So hopefully spending time together today was some wise spending of time as we take care of our bodies and our minds and our spirits. If your legs are still up the wall, just draw them into the chest. If you're lying down, just make some movements to reawaken your body and then roll yourself off to the right side. Pausing, come back to the intention you set. Slowly make your way back up into a seated position. And we'll take our hands to the heart, palms touching, hands to the forehead, reminding us to have clear and loving thoughts. Hands to the heart center, reminding us to have clear and loving intentions. And our hands to the mouth to remind us to have clear and loving communications. And we'll send this wonderful energy to all beings everywhere. Namaste. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed your practice. Tomorrow is more of a cardio HIIT class, so we'll be sweating a bit more, I think. And if you like the class, please push the like button. Please subscribe and comment and share this video with your friends. Make a donation of any amount if you possibly can. If you can't, no worries. If you can, there's a link below. And email me for information about teacher training or upcoming retreats. My email will be below as well. And our website is fightmasteryoga.com, which we need to update, I know. Have a great day. See you tomorrow. Bye.